Week 15. Wake up, you sports static fanatics. Wake up, you sports static fanatics. Oh, hi. Oh, hi. Say hello to each other. Hello. Hello. Well, say hello to my little friend. Say hello to my little friend. I'll say hello to my other little friend here. Hi. Welcome. Week 15, welcome my friends to the show. I'm so happy to have you. So happy to have you. All right, so we got some crazy stuff going on here, do we not? Crazy stuff going on. Why? Well, we don't know who's playing who, when, where, and why. That's why. There's a strand, another strand. Not Victor's strand. Another strand. But it's interesting to me. You know what's interesting to me? You hear of a lot of people that get sick, right? And they get sick and they're like, wow, I was down for, a couple weeks. I was down. And then over the last couple of years here, where there's been multiple players that have gotten sick, they're out maximum. Which player has gotten sick in 2 years and been out more than a week? Not only are they back, they play an NFL football game the next week, I said. It's like they take a bye week after getting sick. What are these guys taking, and can you share it with the rest of us? Because we got things to do, too. Like serious things besides play a game, I said. But what are these guys taking? They come back, and they come back fast. How about the Thursday game? You had the Chiefs hang in there. In the end, they get it done, 34-28. I like the Chargers. Guys, I like the Chargers, okay? I know the history here with the Chargers, and the way it's been is they string you along. Well, Phillip Rivers for years, and some great teams, okay, the Chargers. Until you get towards that playoff time, and then the wheels come off of the damn thing. But I think there's going to be a little something different moving forward with this Chargers team. And not so much am I saying, oh, this is their year. But look what they have that they're building on right here. I think the Chargers, and I'll go even in to say this. Next year, 2022 season, watch out for the Chargers, guys. Watch out for them. With that win Thursday, Kansas City improved to 10-4. Chargers at 8-6. Saturday's game, the Colts said, hey, hang on a second here. Pump your brakes. What's this rumor I heard about the New England Patriots? Pass the ball only 3 times and run the ball right down your neck. Colts said, oh, by the way, did we mention we got a pretty good running game? Will, man, I see you there, buddy. Hang on with me for 1 second. The Colts pull that one off. The Patriots with the loss are at 9-5, and the Colts improved to 8-6. Herbert is the future. Will, man, I agree with you. Speaking of that, let's go ahead, bring Willman into the show right now. Willman, how the hell you doing, man?
Dude, I had a late night last night. I, I'm still excited. I got my Spider-Man hat on. No spoilers. No spoilers. Will be made.
Man, good to see you, man.
It's good to see you as
Man, I
always,
haven't
my
seen you in
friend.
probably a year, man. What's up?
Oh, it's been a while. It's been a while. A lot of things have been going on, so I just had to work on myself, get myself right.
So, what do you think, man? Now, I just seen right there in your comment, you put on there, Herbert is the future. When you hear what I just said about the Chargers, of how those Wills, years and years with Rivers at quarterback, and I'm not blaming it on Rivers. Obviously, it's a whole team
No,
sport.
I blame it on the Chargers front office.
Okay.
Just like I blame the Houston Texans front office.
And
Just
the
like I
Detroit
blame
Lions.
the Detroit Lions. Just like, the Cleveland Browns. But at least it looks like from the rumor mill of the NFL, the Cleveland Browns might actually be doing something right.
I think so. They got a great
I,
defense.
well, from the rumor mill of what I've been reading, it looks like Aaron Rodgers will be putting on that brown and orange next year. And
What?
seeing him, oh yeah, that's the rumor mill is Aaron Rodgers will be coming to Cleveland. Baker Mayfield will be
I
going
mean,
to
are
Green
these some
Bay.
good sources you're getting this stuff from, Will?
Oh
man?
yeah. I've read this on quite a few different news outlets.
Wow.
That Aaron Rodgers is wanting to go to Cleveland
Why?
to win a championship in Cleveland.
Okay.
I mean, the fans want it, The fans are hungry in Cleveland.
I get that. Now look, here's the thing that's awesome about it. Their defense is pretty damn good, right? And they got a running game. How many times we talk about this on this show? How do you can win games?
Oh, their
regular
running
season,
game
but
is
how do you win championships?
Run. You just
And
run.
defense. Run and defense.
Run and defense. And honestly, right now, and I'm going to upset a lot of people. And when it came down to last week, I sat there and I was watching the game last week. And John Campbell, who I root for, I root for Tampa. And I said going into last week's game, I said, this is our make it or break it. If we can't beat the Bills, we don't deserve to be anywhere. And we barely beat the Bills, but the Bills gave Tom Brady the ball back. What's one thing you don't do in football?
Look, let me tell you something, though. Willman, the Bills are way better than their record.
Oh, I know.
Way better.
Oh, I know. The Bills are insanely good. Josh Allen is one of the most.
What is that?
Oh, this is my vape juice, sir.
Oh.
I'm just filling up my vape.
All right. Hey, I got you here right now.
Yeah,
Let's
go
talk
for it.
about
Go
this.
for it.
Let's talk about this. All right. The Saints are at the Bucks. Sunday night football, Raymond James Stadium under the lights. I know the Saints. Who dat nation? Boy, sometimes, they just are a little unpractical. They're like, we own the division. We own this. But where has that gotten you since Katrina?
No, nowhere. And you know what? As everybody knows, all the static fanatics know my loyalty is with Jameis Winston. But I think he's proven this year. Oh, God. I wish he had. I wish there was things that really do. I really like the guy.
It's not looking good for him, is it?
It's not looking good in New Orleans for him, and it doesn't really look like they got anyone even be really there to quarterback the ball at all. I was never a Taysom Hill fan at all. I mean, Drew Brees.
He's not a quarterback.
But Guys, I'm telling you right now, I
What
think
happens today?
what happens today
Tonight.
is tonight, Tampa Bay comes in. It's going to be it. New Orleans is going to give us a little bit of struggle, like they always do, because it's that division game. You know what I mean? It's going to start off like a fight, I think.
Yeah.
But in the end, Tampa Bay is going to be on top. I think this game is going to end, we'll say, like 34-17.
I like that. And I'm not even sure if they're going to be. I guess they could put that up, but here's the thing: going to be very hard for the Saints to put up points.
Well,
Now,
with
our
our
secondary-
secondary just giving up the way they do, like what happened last week? Like, did our defense decide that there wasn't a fourth quarter to play?
Willman, that is our secondary, and
I know.
it was not a surprise. The only thing that happened was that the Bills exposed it yet again. That is our secondary, and it's our weak link on this. Now, here's the thing I don't like. When we got a running game that we got to get going and keep it going because of the fact that Fournette, he reminds me of Vinny the Microwave Johnson. You got to heat this guy up.
Leonard Fournette is the real deal. He always has been the real deal, even when he was in Jacksonville. And when Jacksonville threw him away like he was yesterday's garbage, I couldn't believe it. And when Tampa Bay picked him up for like nickels on the dime, you know what I mean? Pennies. We picked him up for nothing last year.
Yes, we did.
Pennies.
We picked a couple players up that nobody wanted.
We picked up Antonio Brown for pennies. I mean, he's not doing much right now. We picked up Fournette.
He's going to come back right when we want him.
Well, yeah, but we picked up Fournette for pennies. We picked up Antonio Brown. We didn't pay Gronk much either.
Nope. We did very good, man.
We did very good.
You know,
we did,
I've had
and you know what?
say,
The one thing I want to say is, how good did we do in the draft? Like, I didn't think that what's his name? I can't for the life of me remember the hyphenated, but Joe Tyrion, the linebacker that's stepping up for JPP. Who thought he was going to be that good?
What's crazy is how fast we knew when we seen him in preseason.
Oh,
That's
I know. I was like,
how fast we knew, and sportscasters that were broadcasting the games, the preseason games lives, they were like, wow.
I didn't think he was going to come out like a stud like that.
He's fast.
I did
man.
not think he was going to come out like that. Not that fast. Not that quick. I thought he was going to be a utility player. I thought he was going to be a guy to fill in the gaps. I thought he was going to be a guy we would rely on next year.
Right.
You know what I mean? And just like a utility player this season. No.
Will, man, let me ask you something here. The Cardinals took a loss last week, okay? Which obviously, when we're talking about conference and stuff, could potentially help us out a little bit here, right? Now, is there any chance in D-Town at Ford Field the Lions can pull off the biggest upset of the season?
Well, you got to figure, I mean, I forgot. Is Swift back this week or no?
What's that?
Did DeAndre Swift get cleared to come back this week? Or?
I believe he's out.
Then I would say not a chance in hell.
Not a chance in hell.
No. DeAndre Swift is the heart and soul of that Detroit team.
True, but, hey, plug them in. If your offensive line is doing their job, next man up.
Oh, I know. And Jamal Williams, who all you Packer fans that usually tune in will know, he was your number 2 back last year. He's been stepping it up, but lately He stepped it up right away in the beginning of the season. You remember that? He was pumping up some yardage.
Absolutely.
And then what happened? I don't know. Defenses figured him out. Like, look what happened in the beginning of the season with Patrick Mahomes. Defenses and coaches were taking what we did in the Super Bowl and were shutting down Mahomes. They were shutting him down. We exposed Mahomes and everybody else was doing it. And then Andy Reid was like, oh, damn, they figured us out. Andy Reid went back to the drawing board, and guess what? Now we got a new Chiefs offense that we're trying to figure out. I'm sorry. Like, Andy Reid, like, that guy, I'm sorry. Coach of the year? Not this year, but, like, man, I wouldn't give him Coach of the Year this year, but that guy is just one hell of a coach. You can't deny me on that one.
No, I mean, I've always been an Andy Reid fan for a long time. Wasn't much of a Donovan McNabb fan.
No, never was. Never was. Never was a McNabb guy. I hated him, playing against him constantly and getting eliminated from the playoffs constantly. Damn those Eagles.
All right, so if the Lions aren't your upset pick of the week, do you have an upset pick?
I really don't, but I can tell you this. I can tell you who I think the three teams from the NFC that you're going to have to look out for.
Okay.
And I know my guy, if he's watching, he's going to be really happy when he hears this. The Rams, you're going to have to look out for the Rams because my boy
Willman, we said in the beginning of this season that the winner between the Bucks and the Rams in a conference championship game will go on to win the Super Bowl.
Oh, without a doubt. But I think the Cardinals are proving everybody what's up too. I think the Bucks, the Cardinals, and the Rams are what you got to look out for in the NFC. As far as the AFC goes, I love Mac Jones. I think Mac Jones is the real deal. I really do.
He is the real deal.
A rookie quarterback, tell me when the last time a rookie quarterback did not choke under the pressure.
Well, prior to the injury that Joe Burrow took last year, and then also, how about last year, the rookie quarterback with the Chargers?
Oh, don't get me started on Justin Herbert. That's my boy.
I'm just saying, dude.
That's my boy.
It just seems like lately some of these rookie quarterbacks are mature beyond their years, and they are ready for the NFL.
I'm telling you, you know what the AFC Championship game, you know what I want to see in the AFC Championship game? A repeat from that late night game. I want to see the Chiefs and the Chargers playing it out in the AFC Championship game. That's what I want to see. I want to see Herbert and Mahomes fighting it out for the AFC title. That's what I want.
That's good, too, because I'll tell you this. Buccaneers are going to wipe everybody up again when they get into these playoffs. Forget about what's happening regular season. You take the Buccaneers in the playoffs, and I bet you every NFL team will agree the most feared team that you will match up against in the playoffs will be the Buccaneers.
Well, yeah, you got to look at who's at the helm. You got Tom Brady.
Yeah.
And I hate to, and you know how I feel about Tom Brady. You know how I feel about Tom Brady.
Yeah, I know, but when you just take that and you put one blinder on and then you look through the other eye and you're just looking at pure football.
I look at pure football and I recognize talent. Let's be honest, Tom Brady was the right man for the job last year. Tom Brady is the right man for the job because look at what we have. We got like before he got here, before we got here, you had Mike Evans, you had Chris Godwin, you had O.J. Howard, you had Cameron Brate, you had that offensive line, you had Rojo, you had that defense that was already there. And what did Brady bring with him?
Leadership.
He brought us Leonard Fournette. He brought us
leadership
Gronk
first.
And AB. And he brought us that leadership. He brought us that locker room mentality where he can step up and be like, hey, why did you miss that block? Did anybody notice how our revolving door left tackle changed towards the end of last season?
I would say that was the single season. Right there, the most improved player, Donovan Smith. Remember everybody writing him off, acting like it was him?
Oh, do you have any idea how much I hated that man? I think every Bucks fan in the planet just wanted him gone.
Not so
Just
bad, is
wanted
it?
him gone.
You need a quarterback that gets rid of the ball. Can't expect a freaking guy to block while you're running all over the place.
And Tom Brady at God's sakes, what is he, like 87 now? Tom Brady at 97 years old can whip out the ball quicker than he could when he was a rookie. I mean, come on now. How can you be at 117 years old better than when you were at 22? How is that possible?
All right, hey. What is your most anticipated game, week 15 here, that you're going to be glued to the screen to watch?
You already know it's the Buccaneer game. Come on.
Okay,
now.
I know. Actually, I take that one. What's number 2? Because that's an 8 o'clock game, man. That's Sunday night football tonight.
You know, honestly, I'm such a Herbert fan, and because I'll watch a Chargers game just because I want to see Herbert play, but I can't do that now, can I?
That's over.
So that's over. But and the Lions are my number 2 team, but we're not even going to go there today. We're just not.
Look,
so
don't be surprised if that game's closer than you think it would be.
I would love to see it, but I think,
Hopkins is out.
I'm being honest. I think I'm just going to put on Red Zone today and just watch everything because, Justin Herbert is my boy. I love him. I wish he was wearing red and pewter. I'm not going to lie. But he's out there in L.A. doing his thing. And that's so weird to say still, the L.A. Chargers. Come on. You still say San Diego. Don't lie.
I say the wrong thing with so many teams.
So anyway, I think today it's going to be Red Zone until the Bucks game comes on tonight. I'm just being honest. The Chargers game was on Thursday,
right?
So it's probably going to be Red Zone until the Bucks game comes on.
Got you. All right, Will, man, I got to get the hell out of here, man.
All right, man. Take care, buddy. Keep all the positive vibes flowing, guys. Nothing but love. Spread that Christmas cheer, guys. Happy holidays to everybody.
Yes, sir. Peace, man. All right, there he is. Will, man. After a long hiatus from the show. Been here from the first broadcast I made 4 years ago. Derek Buck, what's going on? Lorenzo, what's up? Hey, Rob, what's up? Go Pack Go, Rob says. Rob's working. He had to drop in between the biscuits and gravy. All right. Murray or Rodgers? That's what Derek says. Murray or Rodgers? That's tough, man. That's tough. I would say Rodgers, though. That's tough. But I would say Rodgers. Here's the thing that's crazy about that, Derek. Here's the thing that's really crazy about that. Is you start thinking about both, Aaron Rodgers and Murray, and you start thinking, okay, what kind of success are they going to have today? Well, surprisingly enough, the Detroit secondary, they're not really super bad, okay? They're really not. That secondary for Detroit's like kind of right in the middle of the pack at ranking 32 at that pass defense. The Baltimore Ravens pass defense is ranked number 30th, okay? And you take a 30th ranked pass defense up against Mr. Aaron Rodgers, and there's problems. So when I start looking at these quarterbacks and how well they're going to do today, you got Murray, who's going against the Detroit Lions. And the Detroit Lions can be deceiving. They can be deceiving. Remember something about Detroit here. They have lost 90% of their games by a possession. And most of the time with 2 minutes left in the damn game, I said. So, Derek, when you're thinking about that, watch out for Detroit. The potential for the upset today is real. It's real. So watch out. Murph, what do you think? Come here, Murph. Come here. Come on up here. Come on up here. The potential is real today, isn't it? Oh, you're right. It's real. Oh, you think Lions can win? I know. Can the Lions win today, Murph? Tell them. Tell them. Tell them. I think so. The Lions. Here goes the Lions. There they are, Murph. Can the Lions win? Could be the upset. Could be the upset. But yeah, Derek, so you're welcome. I just think of it, Derek, in the sense of the Detroit Lions can ruin your day. Okay? And if you go back and you look at this and 13 games with Detroit playing, how many of those games were a one-possession game and lost after the 2-minute drill, after the 2-minute warning? Watch out. Watch out. I think when you're looking at the caliber of quarterbacks, Aaron Rodgers and Murray, okay, Aaron Rodgers going up against that secondary of the Ravens today is somebody that I would look to have a much more successful day than Murray going up against a number 16 ranked pass defense in Detroit, who surprisingly, okay, are better than we may see when we're looking at their wins and losses. My opinion on that. And I'm real close to calling the upset of the week as being Detroit beats the Cardinals. I'm close. Can anybody say that? That they would think that today and go with that? Donovan Smith used to make my heart hurt. That's from Lorenzo. Lorenzo also says Tom Brady or Josh Allen in fantasy. Tom Brady. Tom Brady. Josh Allen's is going up against the number 1 pass defense today in the Carolina Panthers. Okay? A number 1 pass defense in that of the Carolina Panthers. Okay? That's what Josh Allen's going up against today. All right? So I'm just letting you know, Carolina Panthers defense is pretty good. Their run defense is right around the middle of the pack, but still, Josh Allen's is going up against a good pass defense today. I'm taking Tom Brady in fantasy over Josh Allen. Lorenzo. Willman, who wants to see the Chargers versus the Bucs in the Super Bowl? I mean, that would be fun. That would be fun. After everything the Chargers have been through, you know. It would be fun, Willman. Willman says, if there was an upset to jump on this week, I would say Lions over the Cardinals. I haven't made that complete determination if I'm going for that or not, but Murph Man came up here, and the way he kind of snorted in the mic, I think he's telling me, like, look, man, I think he was trying to say right there, restore the roar in Detroit today, and that the Lions could get that. We'll see. Can anybody help me out? Would anybody else pick the Lions to upset the Cardinals today? Lions are at home, Ford Field, in the heart of the Motor City, Detroit. Guys, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I'll tell you what I'm going to do right now. I am going to run through the games real quick, not making my picks yet, but I'm going to put them out there real quick. Sunday, December 19th. Christmas week coming up, guys. You guys prepared for Christmas? I mean, are you prepared? Where are you going? What kind of groceries will you be stuffing down your neck? What kind of groceries will you be inhaling? What's your favorite cookie? Now, watch your mouth there. When I say cookie, here we go. Sunday football, week 15. Of course, we've already seen the results of the Thursday night game. The Chiefs, 34-28 over the Chargers. Saturday football. We're in that time of the year. 'Tis the season. The Patriots lose to the Colts. The Colts said, everybody pump your brakes here for a second. Sunday football, here we go. 1 o'clock games. The Cowboys travel to New York, okay, to take on the 4-9 Giants. Can we get a little bit more pride in this organization for New York? I said, part of the problem probably is that they call themselves the New York Giants and they play in Jersey. I'm just saying. It's a fact. Wellman says that I wish the Lions, Texans, and hers cared about their fans, their fan base. Kind of reminds me of Vince McMahon towards his fan base in the WWE. Out of touch. Ooh, touchy, touchy. Touchy, touchy. The Jets, I get you. The Jets, yes. The organization of the Jets. You know, I always say when it comes into something like that with Detroit, look, Detroit, they're owned by the Ford family. Can you build your damn football team the way you say you build your truck? Oh, Detroit, your fans have been damn good to you. Don't you think you can give back and build with a couple $100 million that you got stuffed in your sock you hide underneath your pillow and build a championship football team, I said? The fans in D-Town deserve it. Oh, there's your thing, a Ford. Fix or repair daily. Ooh, ouch. Ooh, ouch. Another one. Found on roadside dead. We talking about possum or raccoon? I don't know. All right, moving along here. Here we go. Texans are at the Jaguars. I mean, where do you go with this? The Texans are 2-11. The Jaguars are 2-11. I don't know what the Texans would have been if their, starting quarterback wouldn't have just wanted a couple back rubs. It's no big deal. I mean, the girls flew in on a jet to give someone a back. I'm sorry, but what kind of girl thinks she gives a good enough massage that she's going to fly from one state to another to give a guy a back rub? Am I missing something here? That whole thing's kind of strange to me. You know what I mean? Anyway, supposedly what I heard was he went out of state because he was looking for girls to give him a massage, and that's what it was. But the difference of the thing was that he was looking for a massage from girls that hated chicken. They hated chicken, so supposedly they were going to choke the hell out of it. Look, everybody, don't cry at me over this. Okay, I don't make this stuff up. I just report what I've been told. And I don't know. If there was anybody like this dog, I have no idea. I don't know if there was Just like this dog here, if there was beef between teeth. I'm not going to make it up. But if I go any further, I'm going to be just like this right here. I'm going to be fired from the show. I have no job, no money, no wife, no house. Help! I'm on the side of your local 7-Eleven. How about the fur around the hood there, huh? Speaking of Detroit, back in the day, way back in the 80s, if you wore a jacket like this, they were black with the fur around it, you'd be left dead on the streets with no jacket on. True story. True story right there. True story. Anyway. I know, guys. I know. What are you talking about, Packers fans? Crying. Watt wouldn't have played for them this year anyway. What? Watson. Yeah. He wouldn't have played for them anyway this year. I don't know. Well, what's happened to the organization? I don't know. I mean, just in the way they've handled it, it's a loss for everybody. I don't think it'll be a loss for Watson. They kept him. I mean, they kept him. Hello? All right. Moving along here, guys. I know. Can be harsh. I can be harsh. I get it. So, back to that. The 2-11 pathetic Texans are going to go to the 2-11 slightly disturbed Jacksonville Jaguars, who actually saw the light and said, sorry, Urban, it's time to go because you're kind of strange. You're kind of strange, man. I don't know what you're doing, but I guess the fact that you've been coaching young men who are, for the first time in their life, experiencing what it means to be out of their house and be a young man and responsible can be manipulated by some power-hungry freaking coach. I don't know if he's kicking them in the ass, too. But anyway, the way that he says he wants to build a team and he loves that, and then to throw his team under the bus. I mean, the lap dance thing, okay, big deal. Okay? Everybody grow up. Okay? Big deal. I know. That's between him and his wife. Remember our president and the cigars and stuff back in the day with Clinton? People still love the guy. They probably, yeah. That's between him and his wife, I said. Okay? I don't know. Maybe she was watching. I don't know. Don, what's going on? Don comes and says that the Texans will stomp the Jags. Don, where at any point did you get any idea that the Texans are going to stomp anybody this year? And if you got to look for them to finally stomp it, they're going to stomp the Jags. Okay, Don. Okay, Don. Okay. Don says, LOL. Rule number 1, never kick the kicker. Yeah, you can't be kicking. You can't be kicking the kicker, Don. That's rule number 1. Don, I think the Jaguars get this win today. Why? Both teams are 2-11, okay? But the difference is this is Jaguars at Jacksonville. Will have complete and 120% support from the fans in the stands. They will pull through, okay? As a team today, I'm sure they've had some team meetings, some great locker room talk. It always happens after a situation like this, Don. Almost always you see this inspirational, emotional team victory the week following a major shakeup in an organization, especially when it involves a head coach being fired and an interim head coach standing in. It seems like the locker room comes together and everybody pulls for this win in celebration of moving forward. Because of that, I just see the Jaguars coming out today playing pressure-free football as a team, as one unit, and as a message of we're not looking in the rearview mirror, we're moving forward. And Don, you want to bet $20 on it? Well, Don, that's my take, okay? That's my take on it. So if you look here, Don, you're going to look, and you're going to see right there my tab that just came up in the comments, and it's also below me, okay? It's right there. You see that little tab right there? You can take that link and come on the show. I gave you my take on why Jacksonville wins, but you haven't told me nothing of why. Nothing. Now, Willman says this right here. It says, Trevor Lawrence is a bust. Prove me wrong. Well, that's easy to prove you wrong. But I think it's Trevor Lawrence that'll prove you wrong. Trevor Lawrence, because he started out right out of college, he's 22 years old, 22, and got thrown into the mix right away with dysfunction. I by no means would call that a bust. I think Trevor Lawrence has arm talent, okay? He has physical attributes to go with that. And I think that he's going to show that he can be a quarterback in the NFL. I truly believe that. I'm not going to base that off of his tenure with, there's no way that I'm going to say no way. Meyer was the worst thing that a rookie quarterback at age 22 coming into the NFL could have had as a head coach. Think of it that way. That's my thing on it, okay? And Willman comes in and says, Don is dipping into his milk money for bets. Watch out, Don. Watch out. Mac Jones is greater than Trevor Lawrence. There's a huge difference now, Willman. And let's think of it this way, Willman. There's a distinct advantage that Mac Jones has. Head coach and offensive coordinator. Two of the best in the business. So all you have to do is this. Mac Jones, Trevor Lawrence, flip spots. Take Mac Jones and put him on the Jaguars this season, and you take Trevor Lawrence and you put him with the Patriots. Willman, use your football IQ here, buddy. And you would see a completely different script. And that's what I always do. I try to take the blinders and open them up a little bit so I can see not too much, but just enough daylight that I can use a little bit of football IQ. I always used to say I'm going to use a little common sense, but we all know one thing, okay? Common sense is not very common. We're reminded that each and every day when we try to interact with society. Common sense is not very common. Now, when you use your football IQ, there's a work there. There's a body of work there. I truly and honestly believe it's the football fans that have the biggest IQ. Yeah, I truly believe that. Okay? Now, Willman, now you're going to come speak the truth. And you say, just not the Trevor Lawrence bandwagon yet was already a Mac Jones fan. I get now you're speaking, like I said, you don't like Trevor Lawrence. And I think it's the way he flips his hair, maybe. I don't know. I'm asking you. Don Mack, common sense is not a flower that grows in everyone's garden. No, it is not. You know how many people cannot change a tire? Even though the bolts, the lug nuts, the nuts, guys, every time I say nuts, people get confused like I'm being dirty. I'm not talking about nuts like the ones that slip out at the beach. I'm not talking about that. Man, I'm maybe talking about squirrel nuts. See? Maybe that's what I was talking about. Well, back to what I was saying here. Back to what I was saying. A lot of people can't change a tire. Even though the lug nuts, the nuts that hold on the tire, they all open the same way, the same freaking way that a peanut butter jar opens. The same way. If you can open a peanut butter jar, I said. But again, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. And Willman says, yet some people still hate on our Bucks. Johnny Famous. Ah! It's a tough gig. You know it. All right. Moving along here. So anyway, the Jaguars win the game. And Don, you still haven't told me how the Texans beat the Jags. You didn't tell me how. You just said they win. You're not taking into consideration part of the game can be emotional. It can be a locker room. Finally comes together. The firing of a head coach. Shake it up. Shake it up. Just saying. But you're just saying flat out. The disorganized organization, the failed organization in Texas is just going to win. They're going to go on the road into Jacksonville with a whole stadium full of fans that are going to support and root for their team to get the win after a disturbing season. And you don't think that's going to play a part? Not just home field advantage, having a traumatic week and experience. I'm telling you right now, I've seen this movie before, Don. Don, after I seen the movie, I went ahead and I watched the sequel, even though I didn't like the first one that much. And then, shockingly enough, Don, I watched the damn trilogy. It was like driving a spike through my eye. But I watched it. I've seen this movie before. I've seen it. Willman says he thinks Deshaun Watson going to come out of the locker room like Keanu Reeves in The Replacements. I don't know. The Titans are at the Steelers. And, guys, let me tell you this right now. 1 o'clock game, I've got the Titans winning that game. I have the Titans winning that game. Okay? The Titans are going to improve to 10-4. Big deal, guys, with that one. Okay? It's a big deal. Because if the Titans lose today, they're going to be 9-5. They're opening that door up for the Colts. Okay? They're opening that door. It's cracked right now. The door's cracked. But if Tennessee does not go into Pittsburgh today and win that game, the door's not just cracked for the Colts. The door's been swung open. Okay? It's been swung open. Willman saying the Titans are a real deal, y'all. So I got the Titans winning that one today. The Jets go to the Dolphins. Okay, the Jets at 3-10 go into the 6-7 Dolphins in Miami. The Jets have a little too much fun in South Beach and come up short. Cardinals go to the Lions. Guys, I told you about this. This could potentially, and I'm not going to say it is yet. I'm not giving you my pick. I'm looking for some support here. Does anybody think Detroit can upset the Cardinals today? Remember what I said. Do not be fooled by Detroit's record. Okay? Don't. They're 1-11-1. How many of those losses, 11 of them, were determined with 2 minutes or less in the game remaining? How many of those 11 losses did they lose by one possession score, by one score? Don, you still didn't give me. We're patiently waiting on you, Don. You still didn't tell us how the Texans go into the emotionally charged Jaguars home stadium and pull off the win today. You're speaking emotionally. Don, you're coming from here and not here. And I know if the Texans win the game, you're going to grind it in on me like, you're grinding in, making some guacamole. I know. I'm okay. I'm thick-skinned enough for that, Don. Don says, yeah, they got unlucky, but Detroit is not good. Well, again, I'm not so sure it's luck. I'm really not. I'm not so sure it's luck. There is luck in games. Okay, there is. But I don't believe it's as much as people think when they use it lightly as a team gets lucky. I don't. There's scouts. There's certain plays that you've scouted and you're looking to get that potential one play in at the right time of the game based on your scouting report and that you've talked about with the offensive coordinator, the quarterback, the receivers, knowing your moment through a defensive read and an audible to make this play where you've spotted your weakness and you're saving that play. You're saving it. Luck. I look at performance and people outperforming, outthinking, outmanaging, okay? And I think that's a way bigger factor than luck. And even before luck, I look at emotionally charged. There's a certain thing, a feel. And when you got a team that's emotionally charged, playing as one unit, I don't care what the record is, they're extremely hard to beat. The Panthers go to the Bills today, and I think they get smacked in the mouth. I think there's another team right there. I think that's another team right there with the Bills that are better than their 7-6 record would say. I think they're better than that. Don, Goff can't manage games. You shouldn't be the one managing a game, actually. It should be your head coach and your offensive coordinator. I know what you mean, though, Don. He was extended in L.A., but they finally realized that he was no good and traded him. And he ends up in Detroit. I get it. But I can remind you of some things, okay? Trent Dilfer won a Super Bowl. TB12 is a game manager. You know what it is about TB12? He's an accurate passer, who will get the ball out of his hands. He thinks faster. And he's got 20-plus years of experience of reading every defense and any player in the NFL's ever seen. Plus some. But it's a joint thing. Tom Brady's had some great offensive coordinators, and it's a joint thing that the two of them, Tom Brady and his offensive coordinators, okay, historically have worked extremely close together. Hard. Where I believe if you're an offensive coordinator for Tom Brady, your work ethic has just stepped up because of working with Tom. And I think the same is true with Byron Leftwich, that he's coming out of this. The best thing that could have ever happened to his career and moving forward, Byron Leftwich is a way better offensive coordinator right now than he ever would have been had Tom Brady not come to the Buccaneers. And I'll tell you what, he's going to end up being a head coach, and I just hope, and I mean this, that Byron Leftwich hangs on where he's at, because I know he's going to get offers. And he just hangs on where he's at, because I think that head coaching job in Tampa Bay will be available for him, if not next year, the year after that. And he will be a Buccaneer head coach if he hangs on, because I know teams are coming after him. You think Leftwich to the Jags? I would hope that he would do that. I think it greatly depends on what happens in this season, but just to take a head coaching job just to be a head coach, so many do that, but I don't think it's a good career move for Leftwich to do. And you think about it. Think about it. Would it be smarter for Leftwich to stay in Tampa for the 22 season, been an offensive coordinator, and then get a head coaching job for the Buccaneers in 23, or to go to the Jaguars next year? Think about that. Think about that. All right, moving along here. The Bills are going to get that win today. The Bengals, to me, a tough game. 7-6 Bengals go to the 7-6 Broncos. This one was tough for me. It was a tough pick for me. And I don't know on this one because it's so close to me. So close. I think it's going to be a good game. The Falcons are at the 49ers. And again, to me, another close game. I never know who I'm going to get with each one of these teams. The 6-7 Falcons go to the 7-6 49ers. The Falcons are a team that can surprise you. They can surprise you, okay? I mean, half of the time when you see them, you'll watch a game where you finally watch, and they look like they're SHIT. Ship height in transit. They look like SHIT. You know? And I'm like, okay. They really do. But the Niners, to me, are one of those teams, too. I don't know who I'm getting week in and week out. And it's just another tough game. It's another tough game. The Green Bay Packers on the road to the Ravens. Okay? You know what, Don, on your point, back to Leftwich going to the Jaguars, when you're successful in the NFL, you make more money, even if you didn't in the first couple years or whatever. And if you have a chance to be a head coach next year for, okay, you're thinking the Jaguars, the chance of you being a long-term head coach, career head coach in the NFL, right away is taking a hit. I'm just saying, okay? I mean, it's tough. And I agree with you right here with your statement on the Falcons. I do. Green Bay goes to the Ravens, and they're going to get the win. Flat out, guys. Simple as that, okay? Green Bay is going to get the win. Baltimore's sitting at 8-5 right now. Big ramifications, okay, for the AFC North, guys. And think of it this way. And I want to run this by you, okay? Because The Browns are playing Monday night, 5 o'clock. They're playing the Raiders. If the Browns win, the Browns are going to be 8-6. So if Baltimore loses to the Green Bay Packers today, they will be 8-6 as well. Okay? They'll be 8-6. The difference is that Baltimore is going to be, but with a loss today, they would be 2-3 in the division. Okay? 2-3 in the division. And the Browns are 2-2 in the division. So they would take first place. Browns win today. Baltimore loses. The Browns will move into first place in AFC North. Now, hang on a second. Cincinnati Bengals are at the Broncos. If the Bengals win today, okay, and Baltimore loses, the Bengals have a division record of 3-1 and would move into first place even if Cleveland and Cincy win today and Baltimore loses. If it goes that way, if Cleveland wins today, if Baltimore wins today, then the AFC North will, and Baltimore loses. And Baltimore loses. Remember, this is all about Baltimore losing today. Baltimore loses today, and Cincy wins, and Cleveland wins. The order in the AFC North would go Cincinnati first place, the Cleveland Browns stay in second place, and the Baltimore Ravens would fall to third place. There's that. Big ramifications today in the AFC North, guys. Big ramifications today. And I do believe Baltimore loses today. Okay? I also believe Cleveland's going to find a way to pull off the win. Okay? Now, the one I'm not so sure about is if the Bengals can go to Mile High and take on the Broncos and get the win. Any way you look at it, I am going to tell you either Cleveland or Cincinnati will take over first place in the AFC North after today. Yardstick Lance, welcome to the show. And Yardstick puts up a valid point here saying the Steelers have not lost at home in 3 months. Point taken. Okay. Point taken. I like your point there. Point well taken. Okay. They're good at home. They are. But they're playing the Titans today. Okay? They're playing the Titans today. And I'm sorry, but I just don't think they're going to get it done today. Just don't think they're going to get it done today. Jackson was questionable. And because I've been doing the show, someone else can check for me on an update on Jackson with his ankle for Baltimore Ravens. Quarterback for the Ravens. Jackson was questionable prior to me going on air. So you guys can let me know on that one. Okay? Okay, where was I moving along here? You got 8:20 p.m. The Saints traveling to Raymond James Stadium. It's going to be a beautiful evening facing the Buccaneers in Tampa. I hear a lot of people say, oh, the Saints own the division. The Saints own the division. And then, of course, I think, well, the regular season, but where's that getting you? Where's that getting you since Katrina? Nowhere. Nowhere. You know, I saw a popular sports show say that in the last 6 games against Tampa, the Saints are 6-0. No, they're not. Be more specific. No, they're not. Oh, you're talking regular season. I'm talking games. I'm sorry. I could have sworn the Saints were in the playoffs last year. Playoffs? How'd that work out? I'm just saying. They did not win the last 6 games. None of that matters in the regular season. Playoffs? I'm just saying. Even if the Saints beat the Bucks today, they're still not going to the playoffs. And the Bucks are. Playoffs. So it's just like, okay. But anyway, Bucks take care of business at home today. They do. Because the Bucks are eyeing the conference. That's what they're doing. They're eyeing the conference. Okay? That's what they're looking at. And both the Cardinals and the Bucks are 6-3 in the conference. Okay? So I'm just saying that's what's up there. Okay? Scott, what's up? Could the Rams be the first team to forfeit a game? The Rams aren't going to forfeit a game, no. They're playing Tuesday at 7 p.m. They'll play the game. They'll play the game. And they'll win. Yardstick says, going Saints will turn me off the Bucks. That's an emotional pick. I'm looking for the football IQ here. But I know, Yardstick, I know your style. Your styling, profiling, advising, realizing. I know. I know all about it. All right, guys, we're going to wrap right back through this, okay? Right back through this. I already told you guys, like, the divisions. First of all, speaking division-wise, okay? The AFC East, where you took the Patriots, who took their loss, are 9-5, okay? Buffalo with a win today will be 8-6, okay? 8-6, okay? This is important, guys. It's important. Both the Patriots and the Bills are 3-1 in their division, okay? They're both 3-1 in their division. So that division is still up in the air, okay? Look out, AFC East. That's still a battle, guys. It's a battle. Obviously, the AFC North today is getting shooken up. And I believe it's going to happen immediately when the Packers beat the Ravens. So if either one of the Browns or the Bengals get a win today and Baltimore loses like I think they will, the AFC North has a new leader. Simple as that. The AFC South, look, it's a tight race for two teams. And forgive me for saying the division matchup today against Houston and Jacksonville. But Tennessee at 9-4 and the Colts at 8-6. Okay, there's still life here. The Colts, you know, at the very least, they're playing for a wild card spot. But what I'm saying is, if Tennessee doesn't win today and they're 9-5, that, like I said, that door right now is cracked open. But if Tennessee loses today, that door's been swung open and there's some daylight in there. Daylight. Yardstick says 8 NFL games in the next 10 days. Kind of crazy, isn't it? Kind of crazy. The AFC West. I mean, I really thought this division was going to be tighter than what it is right now with all of the teams in it, okay? I most certainly expected the Raiders this year. I know there's been some things happening there. But Kansas City gets another win, which puts them at 10-4, okay? The Chargers today. Where are we at here? Looking. Sorry. Okay. That's why. The Chargers already took the one on the chin. My bad. See, guys, sometimes I get caught up in all this, and I'm like, hello. This is going to be played out, okay? The AFC is not decided yet, guys. it will be played out in the last 3 weeks. It will. Regina Smart Striplin. Queen Regina. How's it going? Good to see you. Everybody say hi. All right. I'm just cruising through the divisions real quick, guys. NFC East, you got the Cowboys on top at 9-4. Washington Football trailing behind them at 6-7, as well as the Philadelphia Eagles 6-7. So again, Dallas looks strong here, guys, and Dallas looks like they're on their way to the division win. And no matter, just by when I look at these teams and what's going on, and remaining schedules, it's kind of looking like that. And kind of looking like that. The NFC North, Green Bay Packers at 10-3, I think are just going to run away with this division as they are running away with the division. But I don't even think we get a wild card out of that NFC North. Okay, we don't. NFC, someone you got to watch out for. North, you got to watch out for those Packers as far as competing for the conference. Okay, getting a bye week is what the competition is now. Same thing you're talking about with the NFC South and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers at 10-3. Okay, you're looking at that, and right now, the Packers got a leg up when they're 8-2 in the conference. And Detroit Tampa Bay Buccaneers are 6-3 in the conference. And then we get to the Arizona Cardinals. Exact same as the Buccaneers at 10-3 and 6-3 in the conference. So Green Bay is right now, and they're going to win today. Green Bay's going to win today. Green Bay is the one that you're looking at and moving forward of, wow, they're coming back into the playoffs, okay? Remember how Green Bay started in the offseason and leading in, okay? Well, look out for Green Bay. All right, guys. Let's get the picks. I want everybody chiming in on this. Here comes the finale, and before I go into the picks, you know what I need to do? I need to get a little bit of funk into my life. Bring it. Time. Guitar. All right, I'm looking for everybody to chime in as we got the funk in the background on all these picks going on. Week 15, the NFL. I need your help. I need to know who you got. Speak your mind. Here we go. Sunday football. Cowboys at the Giants. I got the 9-4 Cowboys going on the road to improve to 10-4. I got the Cowboys winning this one. What do you guys got? I know you're going to see Dak throw the ball freaking 50 times. Watch. The Texans hit the road and go to Jacksonville. And an emotionally charged Jacksonville Jaguars team gets the win in front of an emotionally charged home team stadium crowd. Jacksonville gets that win. Yardstick, we'll see you on the next show, we hope. We hope. The Tennessee Titans hit the road. Pack your bags. We're on the road to Pittsburgh. You hear that, Yardstick? Pittsburgh. And Tennessee's going to go into Pittsburgh and show you why Pittsburgh is 6-6-1. 6-6-1. Okay? Tennessee gets the win. leaves Pittsburgh Steelers scratching their head. The Jets pack their bathing suit, okay? And their flippers and goggles, and they head to South Beach. Neon lights. Miami Mice. Too much party time for you Jets. Too much. You know, there's some late night clubs with neon lights. Platform shoes, I'm just saying. You're not going to be ready for the game, Jets. 1 o'clock game, you didn't go to bed till 3:30, I said. Dolphins get the win and improve to 7-7, 500. They're going to 500 in the season. The 10-3 Cardinals travel to Detroit Ford Field, and I think, hey, you know, Detroit's in a pretty good position to, get a first-round draft pick, first pick in the draft. They are. Scott said it right there. Scott said it right there. I don't know. Okay? All right, here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do. I need a 20-second timeout. I need a 20-second timeout here. Because I'm actually thinking there's a sleeping beauty. As I think about the sleeping beauty, let me go to the crystal ball for this one. As I gaze deep into my crystal ball, the one that I've sprayed with vinegar and water so that I can get that crystal clear image, what do I see as I gaze into my crystal ball? Hey, look at that. Look at that. Is that the king of the jungle? Look at the hair on this cat. Look at the mane as it flows. And what is it that I hear in the background with the roar? I hear that there is a restore of the roar in D-Town, the Motor City, Detroit. And that's right. I see D-Town today. If you can't feel good about your weather, and most times you're not sure if you can feel good about your Ford pickup truck, how about feeling good today and feeling extra special about it? That is right. The upset pick of the week in the Sleeping Beauty, right from the crystal ball. No, my frame didn't freeze. That was me. Detroit, biggest upset of the season. Biggest upset of the season. So much for the bye week, Cardinals. Welcome to D-Town, the Motor City, Detroit. Welcome. What up, though? Detroit is going to pull off the upset. Hey, don't let the silver and blue fool you. Detroit's lost on the last possession of their freaking games in the 90% of their games. So as I circle it in right here on my sheet, I got the Lions. I circle it in. I got the Detroit Lions I know you guys like my clipboard. I know you do. Who wouldn't? It's old school. I love my clip. It smells like ship high in transit, to tell you the truth. Scott's on page with me. I don't know with Scott sometimes if it's an emotional pick or he just hates the other team. History proves to me he hates Kyler Murray. Says he's too short to play in the NFL. That's my upset pick of the week. Let's move along. Here we go. The Panthers travel to the Bills, and the Bills say, sorry, wrong stop. We're better than our 7-6 record tells you we are. The Buffalo Bills get the win. I'm taking the Bengals to go on the road today, mile high, and get the win over the Broncos. Over the Ponies today. You could call them that. Okay? Which is a very big deal. And you'll see why as we move on. The 49ers at home today? I don't know, guys. Or the Falcons on the road. I mean, it's so hard for me to pick these games, guys. Who are we dealing with? Who are we even looking at? Okay? I mean, who are we even looking at? Atlanta is ranked 20 at the pass, okay? San Francisco is a much better team when it comes to the pass. A much better pass. So, I mean, we start thinking about this in the running game. Is San Francisco going to be able to run the ball? You know? Well, here's the thing, guys. San Francisco, 16 against the run. Okay? 16 against the run. Okay? So, they're right in the middle. Don't let that fool you. Atlanta's 20th. The fact that this game's so close, we got to see what Scott says. It's a big post here. Look at that huge post he put up. Look at that. You can barely even see me. It's so big. The Rams has activated wide receiver Odell Beckham Jr., running back Darrell Henderson, and 4 other players from their reserve COVID-19 list, the team announced Saturday. However, 2 players were added to the list, including offensive tackle Joe Noteboom and cornerback Robert Rochelle. The total number of players on the reserve COVID-19 list is at 25, including starting cornerback Jalen Ramsey, right tackle. Yeah, a lot can change, Scott. A lot can change. These players are not getting sick, half of them on that list. More than half of them aren't even sick. They're asymptomatic. They're going to give 2 negative tests and be able to play. That doesn't worry me one bit, Scott. It won't worry me on my pick either. You'll see that. Guys, I got the Bengals to go on the road, as I said it before, and get the win. Okay? And I got the 49ers at home. 49ers at home. Because they're at home, I give them 3.5 points because they're at home, which is just enough to edge by. When I told you the Bengals were going to beat the Broncos, it's a big deal when I tell you the Packers go on the road and beat the Ravens. And that is a big deal because if the Bengals win in Denver today and the Packers beat the Ravens, the Bengals move into first place in the division over the Ravens. That's a big deal. It's a huge deal, okay? Moving forward. Boom. Oh, Maria, my niece says we just packed up the truck and we are headed home. Yes, it's raining and cold up here. She's in Virginia. Maria, when we miss you, come home, okay? You can. I know when it's raining up there and you and Todd, you know, in the rain, it gets lonely. Okay? Well, come home and see your family, okay? Murph Man's waiting here for you. Murph Man, your mom's coming home. Come here. Right here. want to tell everybody? Your mom's coming home. You want to see your mom? Tell her. Tell her. Say, I love you. Can you say, I love you? Tell us. I love you. Can you tell us? All right. Murph-Man. Your mom's coming home. She's on her way home right now. She's going to give you treats. I shouldn't. Uncle Johnny's doggy sitting Murph-Man today. They shouldn't. I know. Moving along here, I told you about the Packers getting the win over the Ravens, and with the Bengals win, that moves the Bengals into first place in their division. That's a big ramifications today. The Saints on the road to Raymond James Stadium, Tampa Bay Buccaneers get the win today. You know why, right? You know why. I think you know why. The Raiders are at the Browns, okay? The Browns get the win. According to me. That's right. According to me, Johnny here. Both Cincinnati and the Browns win today. And the Ravens lose. With that happening, there's a huge mix-up in the division, okay? A huge mix-up in the division. So the AFC North, according to me, Baltimore loses today, Cincinnati wins, and Cleveland wins. The order now, after today's games, will be, well, actually, we won't know this until after Monday's game with the Browns winning. But the order will then be AFC North after Browns win on Monday, the Bengals win today, and Baltimore loses today. AFC North will look like this. Cincinnati Bengals in first place. Cleveland Browns in second place. And the Baltimore Ravens fall to third place. Misador, good morning. How's it going? So that big division mix-up in the AFC North with the Ravens losing today and the Bengals and the Browns winning. The AFC North gets a complete turnaround. Actually, Cleveland stays in second if they win today, and if Cincy wins. That's how that goes. Okay? So Raiders at the Browns, that's Monday night at 5 o'clock, and I've got the Browns winning that at home. Vikings at the Bears is Monday night at 8 o'clock, okay? That's one of the games right there I could. Misador, I see you. You got the Ravens winning by 6 today. Over, I mean, I haven't had a chance, Misador. I have not had a chance to see the final as far as Lamar Jackson on that ankle since I've been on the show, because I think that's a huge factor. But I just don't see it. I just think that the Packers right now are just too good for the Ravens. I really do. I just do. Now, here's the thing. Today, a little optimistic and totally biased. G just got into the show. G, what do you think today, buddy? I got your Packers winning this. And G, Packers are looking like they're saying, look, guys, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but we want the conference and a bye week. I know what you're saying. I know what you're saying, Misador. I get it. But I'm not sure this is the week we get that. I just am not. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. As far as conference goes, and you get the Bucks win, and you get the Packers to lose. And then, of course, there's a decision on what's going to happen with the. But we could very well take the conference on and be in that number one seed. I get it. I just don't think this is the week that happens. I don't. Chicago Bears. Their defense has been pretty good. Okay, they've been pretty good. I like Chicago's defense. Their passing defense is better than pretty good. Okay, it really is. So I like that. Their rushing defense is right in there. Okay. Rushing defense is not right in there. G says, I think Chicago will come away. Okay. Okay. I like that. So, Minnesota, I mean, I don't know. I think Minnesota's kind of where we thought they would be. Chicago runs the ball today. It's actually not today. It's a Monday game, Monday Night Football. Chicago can have some success, okay, running the ball. Because Minnesota's run defense is not very good this year at all. They're really not that good at all this year. And their pass defense isn't either. So their defense is basically, to me, you guys know I say it all the time, defense wins you championships. And the Bears are at home. So I'm circling right here. Right here. The Bears, Monday Night Football, get the win. There you go. There you go. Moving along here, guys. Tuesday football. Tuesday night, the Seahawks go to the Rams on Tuesday. And that's enough time, Scott. It's enough time. The Rams will be fine. They'll be okay. They're at home. Who are the Seahawks? Who are the Seahawks, I said? You know what I'm saying? Who are the Seahawks? Rams get the win. Washington, Tuesday, also at 7 o'clock, goes to the Eagles, and the Eagles get the win. The Eagles win that game at home. Look, not an easy one for the Eagles, but I think they get it at home, okay? I just do. And if they do get it at home, look, they're going to be 7-7, right at 500. Scott's saying right here, if Baker Mayfield can't play, who will play quarterback? I think they got Kasem in there or something like that, but it don't matter. It really doesn't matter. It's not like Baker Mayfield's been doing some amazing quarterback work this year. Defense and run. Defense and run. Short passes. Browns win the game, Scott. G says Eagles no. Okay? You got to look at Washington here, G. Okay? I know there's some things about Washington we like, okay? But their pass defense is SHIT. They're ranked like almost to the bottom, 29th in their pass defense, okay? They are. It's no good. Now, their run game is good. Their run defense is really good, Washington. But there's some seams. There's some seams in that pass defense, and that's got to worry you. It's got to worry you. It really does got to worry you a lot. Now, their pass offense is 22 for Washington, okay? And I'm thinking about this, and I'm thinking, even when we look at this, who is Philly? They're not very good on offense. Their pass offense is 30th, okay? Guy says, I bet the Eagles passing still can figure it out. And you're right. There's a good chance of that. There is a good chance of that. Okay? But their rushing offense, if they can keep the ball, the number 2 rushing offense, they can open up those passes against a horrible pass defense in Washington. So that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking to run the ball, control the game, control the time of possession, open up that pass, and pick and choose when you pass the ball. Pick and choose. You're at home for Philly? That's what I'm thinking. Going to be a good game. It's going to be a tight game. Both teams are 6-7. I know. Scott comes back and says Rams take over first place today. Well, Rams are going to be taking over first place today. Well, the Rams don't play until Tuesday. Okay? Until Tuesday. They're 9-4 right now. If Arizona gets upset by Detroit, they're going to be 10-4. Okay? G comes back and says that's a good play style, but Philly won't. And you know you're right, G. Where I agree with you is that I may be able to look at it on paper, but we need the offensive coordinator to come out and commit to the run. Commit. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Guys, Merry Christmas ahead of time here. Everybody remember something I want to tell you with my moment of silence here. With my moment of silence. I lost two friends this week. Went to a funeral the same day I found out about another one. One of them, you know, I'll tell you guys something about this, and you think about this. You don't have to see and or talk to somebody weekly, monthly, whatever it is, to consider them a friend, okay? One friend I lost last week went to the funeral this week, Wednesday. One of them I didn't see very often, a couple times a year. But what I would do is stop in to a shop he had and unannounced, stop in, because I wanted to see him. And we would just sit there in the driveway, the shop. He had a shop. And we would just talk about an hour and a half. Always a great conversation, but when you got friends like that, you go so long, you don't talk to them, but you can go that long, and it's like you've been hanging out every day still, and then all of a sudden you realize, wow, I haven't talked to this person. Somehow they pop up in your mind, like friends do. And you think about them, and you reach out, hey, checking to see how you're doing. And then I had another friend that we did a couple shows together when I was in a band. I talked with him long term, way back. One of the last shows we did together was at this place by me called Neptunes, and he came up into my studio and started talking to me about a business idea. And the guy had so much entrepreneurial dreams and aspirations and things, and spoke about it with such enthusiasm, and we shared that in similarity, because we're both kind of like that. And a couple of years ago, you guys know Miami Mike that's been on the show? You guys know Miami Mike. He brought him up here for a show he did, The Man in the Gold Jacket. And it was the first time I'd seen him in a long time. Nick came up here with him and did the show with him. And it just, again, talking to him for, a couple minutes about some of the passions and things he's going on, got me to kind of follow him again and see what he was doing. And and just breath of fresh air when it comes to enthusiasm, excitement, and entrepreneurial mentality, and being to have and talk to someone like that's excited about trying new things, succeeding, failing, and just keep on being that person was exciting. But those are the two guys that I knew that passed this last week. So as we move in outside of sports and everything else, guys, into this Christmas week coming up, I will encourage you guys to reach out to your friends that you haven't spoken to, that you know you can go 2, 3, 4 years, sometimes just months, sometimes just weeks, sometimes years. But when you talk to them again, it's like you've never stopped talking. Those are your friends. Reach out. Tell everybody Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you do, Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, whatever you're going to do. Reach out. Tell your friend hello. Catch up. See what the hell's going on. Life is extremely fast. Life is extremely short. Life can be very complicated, but it can become very simple. Absolutely never taken for granted, my friends. With that being said, let's funk out of here. Let's get the funk out of here. Tell all your friends hello. The one that you haven't talked to in a while that comes on your mind, reach out. Say hello. Okay? Life is just so short, and it's absolutely never taken for granted. I love you guys. Have a great week. Enjoy your Sunday, Monday, Tuesday football. Have a great holiday week. Eat a ton of cookies. Don't stop eating cookies until people look at you like you're actually selfish for eating more than them, for eating the last one. Just eat the damn cookie, okay? They'll get over it. They'll get over it because we like cookies more than they do, I said. They'll get over it. Don't be polite. A little cookie. Eat all the damn cookies. And if you get there first, shame on them. Eat the cookies they thought they were going to eat. From Sports Static and everybody involved with Sports Static, I love you. Happy holidays. Have a great football week, which is going to be Sunday. This week it was Thursday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday. 4 days this week of football. I love you guys. It's been real. I will see you guys next week. And remember, as I always tell you, absolutely never taken for granted, my friends. And if you don't agree with what I said, there's a bird in the house. Oh, there's 2 birdies in the house. I'm sorry. Did that offend you?